DNA testing can mean the difference between a killer or rapist getting locked up or walking free, able to strike again.
Michigan only has 2 law enforcement agencies that are accredited to conduct DNA analysis. And officials at one of those agencies say they're not being given a fair share of the money that's desperately needed to fight crime. 7 investigator Heather Catallo has a closer look at this funding fight.
It was honestly the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with in my entire life.
Sexual assault survivors like Mariah Gondek know how crucial DNA evidence can be to put predators behind bars.
It was very important with our case, and it was turned into a serial rape case instead of just, one occurrence, which allowed him to get more jail time and not walk free, preying on these other young girls.
And the ability to expedite DNA evidence processing is essential. That helped detectives in Oakland County make an arrest in the murder of high-profile poker player Susie Zhao last month.
That allowed us to initiate the authorization of a warrant and take someone off the streets that is potentially very, very dangerous.
So we would use our light source.
Bloodstains, hair, and fibers from the Zhao case were all analyzed inside this lab at the Oakland County Sheriff's Office.
This instrument will heat the samples.
Oakland County Undersheriff Mike McCabe says their lab is helping more and more police agencies who can't wait for backlogged DNA results from the state.
From a public safety standpoint, how essential is the lab?
It's so essential, I can't tell you how essential it is. It's a tool that police agencies have to have. We're here to assist whoever we can assist. We assist the city of Warren, Macomb County Sheriff's Office, St. Clair County Sheriff's Office, departments in western Wayne County.
The Oakland County lab serves nearly 1.3 million people and 43 police agencies. It's one of just 2 accredited labs in the state of Michigan. The Michigan State Police run the other larger lab that has locations all over the state. And both labs qualify for special funding from the U.S. Department of Justice that's designed to alleviate DNA testing case backlogs.
We're the only 2 that are eligible for the grant money. Last year, when we applied, we worked out an agreement with the state.
In 2019, Oakland County received more than $404,000, and MSP got more than $2.2 million. The 2 agencies agreed on a formula of how to share the crucial funds, and they also agreed to discuss it in more detail this year. But McCabe says that never happened, even after the Oakland County Sheriff sent a letter to the state police colonel back in May.
Unfortunately, we didn't hear anything back for about 6 or 7 weeks.
McCabe says just days before the grant applications were due, the state police told them they could not have more than a $250,000 baseline amount this year.
If we lose this money, we'll have to eliminate 2 positions, and the backlog will just get larger.
How devastating would that be?
It would be very devastating. So, and then where are the local police chiefs going to go? If they go to the state police, their backlog is larger than ours.
Right now, the state police website lists their average DNA turnaround at about 74 days, but prosecutors say it's usually much longer.
We're still at about a 6 to 8 month time period to get DNA testing done.
MSP has a DNA backlog of more than 2,100 cases. Prosecutors say reducing Oakland County's ability to process DNA will only add to the state's backlog, especially once trials delayed due to the pandemic resume.
How would you sum up this decision by the state police?
Short-sighted. Imagine when all these cases come online, how busy the state police are going to be.
The Michigan State Police would not talk to us on camera, but did release a statement explaining that they are using a different formula this year to divvy up the grant money. Their Forensic Science Division director said they're, quote, confident that the proposed share of funding for the Oakland County Sheriff's Office is in the best interest of serving the entire state of Michigan. But survivors like Mariah say cutting any of the funding will only hurt the crime victims.
Think about if it was your daughter or your sister and they needed to get DNA testing in order to put a man away in jail that did something very bad to them.
The Oakland County Board of Commissioners passed a resolution urging the Michigan State Police to reconsider their position on this, and then they sent that resolution to the governor and state lawmakers. Meanwhile, the feds will make their final funding decision on the grant in the coming weeks. In Pontiac, I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.
Heather, thanks.